Mr. Baxter, how are you feeling after qualification?
Relieved, happy, and above all, pleased for these people.
And obviously, football is a very fickle game. One day the fans love you, next day they hate you. How are you feeling?
Oscar Wilde said, success and failure, both of those ladies you should treat with the same disrespect.
And are you proud of your players after their performance, especially in terms of the pitch?
Massively. They showed qualities that we've been waiting for.
How far can we go in the AFCON?
Let's wait and see.
That was Stuart Baxter giving us his views in terms of how he feels about the players. So in terms of how he feels about the players, how he feels about qualification. Let's try and get some other players. Let's try and get a reaction from some of these other players also. Now, as you can hear, this is what it sounds like right now. Everybody is feeling these players. Everybody's loving them. You can hear the sound. Let's try and get the views of our captain. As you can see, the fans here hugging their Bafana Bafana captain, also known as Tyson Atlatwa. Let's try and get his views about how he feels. How are you feeling after qualification?
I'm actually happy to be able to qualify for AFCON.
100%. Now, in terms of the actual AFCON, how far can Bafana Bafana go into the tournament?
This is the first challenge that we needed to climb. Now there's another mountain which is to do well in the AFCON.
100%. In terms of pride, actually getting to another tournament in terms of qualification, difficult circumstances, bad pitch, bad referees, bad opponents. How are you feeling in terms of pride?
Yeah, for sure. We knew that we needed to protect our pride. We knew that also it needed to be difficult. Yeah.
Thanks for your comments.
Thank you, Doc.
Andre Arons, how are you feeling after the qualification period?
Fantastic. It's such a good feeling. It was a lot of hard work, but credit to the boys. They put it all in the hard work, and it's just great that we can play on the African continent again in a big tournament like the African Cup of Nations. But it's all down to the guys. They were superb this entire time that we spent together, and they deserve it. They absolutely deserve it. And they deserve it for themselves and for the nation.
And how are you feeling as a goalkeeper coach, especially as a goalkeeper coach? You've seen some great performances from Darren Keith, basically saved us in terms of the incredible saves he made. How are you feeling?
Darren was fantastic on the night for us. He's a top-class goalkeeper, but so are Ronman, and of course, and Bruce as well. They've come to the camp and they've worked so hard, all three of them. They've pushed each other tremendously well, and that's why, for me, Darren Keith has had such a great game, because it was representing a cause for us. And from the first whistle, Darren was always going to be big for the team.
And what does that speak to in terms of player resources, where your number one keeper, Itumeleng Khune, is out? You can draw on all these other reserve keepers in inverted commas, and they actually step up and perform.
Yeah, when Ito's not around, he leaves a big gap in the team. There's no question about that. His ability, his experience always comes through. But it's testament to the quality that we've got in the goalkeeping department. And Darren and Ronman, of course, and Bruce have come through and they've shown that. And like I say, I've been very proud to work with them. They've worked so hard this whole week, pushing each other, and that's why they give the performances they do.
100%. We appreciate your time. Thank you. Well, guys, here's the man of the moment. His name is Darren Keith. Obviously, a lot of criticism coming in. Itumeleng Khune was what the fans wanted. You delivered a sterling performance. How are you feeling on a personal level?
I mean, it doesn't bother me too much. We're just happy we got the result we wanted, and we qualified, and that's the most important.
And obviously, you made some incredible saves in that match. I mean, what was it like in the dressing room in terms of your teammates congratulating you after the match?
It's my job, My job's I'm there to help the team make sure we get done what we needed to get done, and obviously it's a great effort from the boys to win, and we take it from there, and the rest doesn't matter at all, but the qualification is what matters.
And just speak to us about the competition in terms of the goalkeepers, because you've got a lot of top goalkeepers in South Africa, all pushing for that number one spot. Just talk to us in terms of that.
Well, we're all there to play, you know. We all want to play, we all want to be there when we need to be there, and whoever can help the team must help the team. Obviously, the coach will decide who's needed for the day, and we just got to all be ready. And yeah, that's how we work together.
And just talk to our viewers about the team spirit in the camp right now.
No, it's been good. I mean, obviously you can see it's good energy around us arriving back from Tunisia, and inside the camp it's been very positive. You know, we've kept a positive attitude despite the negativity that we get, but you know, we don't care about the negativity. We look at the positive side, and we produce positive results.
And just in terms of being a football player, one day the fans love you, the next day they hate you, criticizing you, loving you. How does that feel on a day-to-day basis?
No, I mean, we get used to it, you know. That's part of life, that's part of our job, and that's why we're in it. You know, if you don't want to deal with it, then it's not a job you need to be in, but you've got to deal with it on a daily basis, and we're fine with it.
And let me just put you on the spot then. In terms of the actual AFCON tournament in Egypt, how far are we going to go in terms of your perspective? How far can we go?
You guys ask me this question all the time. I don't care at the moment how far we go. What's important is that we continue the relationship we have amongst the players, and we get the fans behind us again, and then we can take it from there. We need to work hard as a nation, as a team, and as a setup to do the best we can and to make South Africa proud, and that's all that matters at the moment.
100%. We appreciate your time. Let's let you get on your way, and also get some reaction from the fans right here. How are you guys feeling about qualification?
Yeah, very much excited, ecstatic. You know, we couldn't wait for this moment. You know, we've been trying to qualify, understand, but unable to do so. But this time around, we are very proud of our boys. They played very well. They astonished us, my brother. You know, that's why we see all South Africans. They're here, happy, excited. You know, we booked us the tickets to Egypt. I think all the fans, just a plea to South Africans to say, please, take fans with players. There's no soldiers that will go to war without guns. We are guns. They are soldiers. Take us to Egypt just to rally behind Bafana Bafana, just to make sure they don't only just go there just to add up numbers. We are going there to compete against the best, meaning we must reach the semi-final. Final will be a bonus for us.
100% fans saying they must reach the semi-final. Let's get the female perspective. How are you feeling about the whole qualification process, and of course Bafana coming home as heroes?
I'm so excited. I'm happy, and I'm hoping that they will represent us well in Egypt. I'm happy for Bafana Bafana. I urge all the sponsors, please take us to Egypt. We really want to go to Egypt and support Bafana Bafana because they made us proud in Tunisia.
100%. Let's speak to Dejan right now. He's one of the most notorious or most famous fans, I should say, in South Africa, known for his Orlando Pirates allegiance. But in terms of the national setup, how did you see Bafana Bafana qualifying? How did you see the whole campaign?
Look, very excited indeed, you know. We saw the fighting spirit and the character, you know. Some games, you know, we slipped a little bit, but eventually it's very important that on the end we achieve what we're supposed to achieve, going to the African Cup of the Nation in Egypt, you know, and then you must just make it sure that you can see here today the fans are behind the Bafana, and they will always be behind the Bafana. So it's a time for the SAFA, for the people from the government in this, making sure, taking us there so that we can be with them there as a 12 player, supporting them and wish them all the best in Egypt. That's what we want as a fans.
How far do you see Bafana Bafana going into the actual 2019 tournament? We've heard other fans saying they want to see us in the semi-final. Where do you see us ending up?
Look, definitely for sure, you know. We must make it sure that we pass the first round and compete and going further, you know. And when we're going further, then we have to take the game by the time, the game after the game. That's how we will arrive very far, you know. We must not look behind us, but make sure that whatever we go and whoever is in front of us, we make sure that we beat them and progress it in the next round. And that's how we will achieve ourselves to going further to the semi-final and the final.
100%. You heard it from the horse's mouth that was Dejan, one of the #1 fans in South Africa, right here at OR Tambo. Crazy pandemonium, I could say, in terms of the actual volume of fans, and of course the number, and of course the actual sound, and what it actually felt like to be here right now. Let's just walk you through the airport and give you a sense of what it looks like. Now obviously Bafana Bafana and the team, the coaching staff, they've walked their way through the airport, you know, said hello to the fans, were greeted with a hero's welcome. And this is what the fans are doing. This is exactly what the fans are doing. This is exactly what they feel like right now. And that's all down to South Africa qualifying for the first time in 4 years for a major tournament. Let's continue to walk through and give you a better sense of what it looks like deeper into the airport. Now, as you can see, it's actually chock-a-block full. It's packed. There's noise. There's fans everywhere. Other people are actually oblivious to what's happening. Other people going around or going through their normal daily routines at ATMs, lining up to get airplane tickets. And of course, we have the super fans. The super fans are what we're looking at right now, giving